Hey guys, my name is Melissa. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about all my favorite beauty products, and these are not just for like this past year, but just all my favorite beauty products like of all time. And as I show you the products, I'm just going to be pulling them out of my drawers just because they're already organized by products, so it's a little easier that way rather than laying them all out because it's a lot. And by the way, sorry for the lighting. I'm still trying to figure it out since this is my first video, so just gotta bear with me. So I'm just gonna start off with brushes just because that's in my first drawer. So there's only really one brush that I actually want to talk about, and this I started using, or I actually bought this brush because of Laura Lee. So I'm obsessed with her videos. I watch them all the time, and she always uses this brush to blend out her foundation, and it's the Y6 from Morphe. And it's just like a nice flat top kabuki brush, and it blends out my foundation like in seconds. Like, I'm so obsessed with this brush. I actually have two of them, and they're just like, they're really great quality for the price. They were only, I believe, $10, and they're just really soft. So I use this all the time. And if I'm not using that, I also love to use the Beauty Blender. This is the one I have. I have the pink one. It's kind of dirty, sorry. But I actually just tried the Beauty Blender for the first time like this year, and I've been obsessed since I tried it. And it just like blends out my foundation so beautifully, and it just looks like skin. So I've been obsessed ever since I started using it, and I actually like to use this even more than the Y6 brush from Morphe, just because I feel like when I use a brush to blend out my foundation, it kind of like, my foundation kind of like clings to my dry spots, where the Beauty Blender just blends it out really smoothly, and it just doesn't look as dry. So moving on to my second drawer is my eyeshadow palettes, which is definitely my favorite thing to purchase makeup wise. I'm actually gonna start with just what's on top just because it's easier. So this is another recent purchase, and this has become my favorite since the very first time I used it. And this is the I actually don't remember the name of the palette, but it's the Mermaid palette from Tarte. I'm just obsessed with the packaging. It's such nice quality and just feels so luxurious every time I use it, and I just feel like a mermaid, and I'm obsessed. And oh, it smells so good. I don't know what the scent is, but it just smells so sweet, and just, I love using this palette. Sorry for the glare, but these colors are just amazing. So I use this all the time, especially like these shimmery colors, and then this in the crease. I'm obsessed with this palette. And then I have the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is also a more recent purchase, and I've been obsessed with this palette too. I really like the packaging. It's so soft and just sleek, and then the colors are just perfect for everyday wear, and the pigmentation is just great with this palette. So yeah, I use that one a lot as well. And then all of the rest of my eyeshadow palettes that are actually like my favorites are all by beauty influencers, whether it's a collaboration or their actual brand. So the first one is the Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the Jaclyn Hill times Morphe palette, and I was really impressed with this one. The only thing that I have to say about this one that I didn't absolutely love was the packaging, because it does get dirty, but she did upgrade the packaging to something that is easier to clean. So, but I don't need that one because I still have this one. Plus, I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as the eyeshadows perform great. So this is definitely one of my favorites. You can just do any look with this palette. And I actually need to experiment more with the colors. I'm more of like a neutral person, so, but it's mainly because I don't know how to use colors like this other than on the lower lash line. But I'm definitely going to experiment more with this, and there's just, there's so many looks that you can do with this palette. It's just, I mean, everyone really needs this palette in their collection, definitely. And then this is like probably my number one out of all of my eyeshadow palettes, is the Carli Bybel palette. This is the deluxe edition. I have both. I have the smaller one, which I take when I travel, just because it's so small and easy. And then this one, the packaging is just perfect. Like, I love the packaging. I love the marble and like the rose gold right here, and I like the big mirror. And then the colors are just perfect for everyday wear, and then you can also get creative with it. I really like this like kind of pink peachy shade, and then this orange shade, and then I love how it has like the highlighters in it. I use these a lot, especially these two. And this is also makes this one good for travel because it has the eyeshadows and also the highlights. So this is definitely my favorite one. And then these last two palettes that are in my favorites are by Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is Laura Lee's makeup brand. This is the first palette she came out with. This is Cat's Pajamas. And the packaging is just adorable. I mean, how could you not love this? It's all glitter. And then this is the inside. This palette, to be honest, I do love using it, but I feel like when I use it, I feel like I can't get that creative with it. But it's just me. It's not the colors in the palette. Really, it's just, I feel like these kind of just look so similar, especially on the eyes, at least my eyes. But I do love this. I think the quality is amazing. And then this is definitely one of my favorites. This is her newer palette called Nudie Patootie. And this is another neutral palette. I love the rose gold packaging and the big mirror. And then I love the colors, especially this color. When I was watching the reviews for this palette before I bought it, I was like, everyone kept using this color, and then it was like, it was really pretty, but I didn't see why everyone was like going crazy over it until I got it in person and I used it, especially on my eyes. It is so incredible. Like, this color is just, it's the most unique color I've seen, and I really love using it, but I don't use it too often just because I feel like it's just, it's so special. So I use it for special occasions. I actually wore the eyeshadow to a wedding that I went to. So I'm gonna put these palettes back so I don't make too much of a mess. And then moving on to face products, I'm gonna start off with foundations. So for foundation, this is definitely my #1 favorite foundation. It's the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. And I'm in the shade Natural Beige. This is what I'm wearing today. It's just like a little light since I did get a tan. But I love this foundation, not only because the packaging is adorable, but also because it looks like skin. Like, I'm more into natural foundation. I'm not big on like really like caked up foundation and a lot of makeup, just because, I don't know, I just feel like it looks weird on me because I'm not used to it, so I don't normally do that. So that's definitely my favorite foundation. And then I also have been loving the IT Cosmetics CC cream. And this was recommended to me, so I had to buy this, and I've been obsessed with this. And I use this a lot because it has SPF 50 in it, and I really like the coverage. Even though it's a CC cream, it does have buildable coverage. When you first put it on, if you just put a thin layer, it has like light to medium coverage, but you can definitely build it up to full coverage. Plus it just smells really nice because it kind of smells like lemons. And then moving on to face powders. For setting powder, I use this Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. And this was actually my mom's. She didn't care for it, so she gave it to me, which I'm excited about because I love it now. And then another, I guess you would consider this like a face powder, but it's actually a sunscreen. And this is by Tarte. It's the powder sunscreen. And I always keep this in my purse. And I love it because you just take the cap off, and then this is a brush, and it's the powder sunscreen, so it's a lot. So you can actually just put this right over your makeup and it doesn't ruin it. And you just press this button to have the powder come out. So this I always use. I also use it on my boyfriend. So moving on to other face products, I'm gonna move on to this palette. This palette is, I recently bought this palette, and the second I used it, I fell in love with it. I'm absolutely in love with the packaging. It's so pretty and just so luxurious. And this has 2 bronzers, 2 blushes, and 2 highlights. And I think the colors in here like go so nice with my skin tone. Like these bronzers are absolutely like, it's the perfect shade of bronzer for my skin tone, and I'm wearing this today. And it smells amazing. Plus it has this cute little lace print on it, so I'm a sucker for like cute packaging. And then I've also been loving this Anastasia Amrezy highlight. This has definitely become one of my favorites, and the funny thing about this palette is, about this highlight is that when I first bought it, like I watched a lot of reviews before I actually bought it, and I was like, oh, okay, I have to try this because everyone's obsessed over it and it looks amazing on camera. And then when I first applied it, like it didn't look that blinding. So it's like, I don't know if I really love it. But then I kept using it, and then it started to like build up more like when I would use it. I think it just has like, maybe the first layer on it just makes it not as blinding when you first put it on. But after you use it a couple times, it's just the most beautiful highlight, and it goes with everything. Any makeup look, any outfit, any skin tone, like, and it really does just melt into the skin. And it doesn't look powdery at all. So I use this every single time I do my makeup. Even if I wear another highlight, I'll put this first and then I'll put another highlight on top of it. So my next drawer has like all my eye products. So for eye primer, I've been using this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. And I have been like on the hunt for a good eyeshadow primer for so long, because every single time I do my eyeshadow it always creases, and it's just the color's not that vibrant and it just doesn't look good after a couple hours. And I tried like a couple eyeshadow primers, but this is the only one that actually works for me. So I've been using this all the time, and I actually got this at Ulta when it was like the 21 Days of Beauty, so it was half off. So that's another reason why I decided to try it, and I'm obsessed with this. And then, oh, another foundation. I actually forgot to mention this one. I don't know why it's in that drawer, but this is the Hourglass Stick Foundation, and I'm in the shade Nude. So I love this foundation just because it's so smooth and it just glides on your face so easily, and it blends out in seconds, especially with the Y6 brush. But the only thing with this foundation is that it clings to dry spots, at least on my face, so that's why I've been using more liquid foundations rather than the stick foundation and blending it out with the brush. And for mascara, this Tarteist mascara by Tarte, this is definitely my favorite mascara. It's the only mascara I use that actually makes my lashes like long, and just, it doesn't make them super full, but it does make them nice and long. I don't know if you can see them on, but I've been obsessed with this mascara. And right now I have eyelash extensions. I actually just got them done yesterday, so I'm not using mascara on my top lashes. I'm just using them on the bottom lashes. So this this wand is a little big for bottom lashes, so I'll usually just use like this one from Wet n Wild. It's the Mega Length, and this one's also really, really good. And by the way, all the makeup products I use are all cruelty-free. I only use cruelty-free makeup products, and that was a more recent decision that I made. It's been, I want to say, about maybe close to a year since I've been using only cruelty-free makeup products. And it hasn't been hard at all. It's been really easy, just because a lot of my favorite brands like Too Faced and Wet n Wild and stuff, they're already cruelty-free, so it was an easy transition. And then another thing is this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and this is like, oh, it has a spoolie on the end. This is like the skinny pencil, and this has been the only eyebrow pencil I use since I bought it. And I always hear about this, and I never understood. I'm like, well, it's a brow pencil and it's $21. I don't feel like spending $21 on a brow pencil. but it was definitely worth it because I also got this at Ulta when it was the 21 Days of Beauty, so it was half off. And when I first used it, I was actually really surprised because I thought, you know, what could be so special about a brow pencil? But this one is actually really unique from the other ones I've tried. This one makes my brows look really natural. Like no matter how much I put on, they always look natural. Like it's foolproof. So I've been obsessed with that. And now moving on to lip products. I actually have a lot of lip products and they're all similar in color. I usually do like nudes and rosy colors, but I wear the same lipsticks all the time and I always keep them in my purse. So I actually have to get them out of my purse to film this video. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the NYX Powder Puff Lippy. And this one I don't hear too much about, but I don't know why, because this one's actually really amazing. So it's a powder lippy and it comes with this little, oops, sponge looking thing, and it kind of just, you squeeze it and the color comes out of there, and it just like, I don't know, it just looks so beautiful on the lips. Like it's so smooth and it doesn't feel like you're wearing anything. Plus it smells really good. To me it smells like, it reminds me of the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which I have, but I'm not crazy about just because the shade is way too light for me. But it kind of smells like that, which I never heard anyone mention, but this is definitely, I think this is underrated, in my opinion. And I actually have 3 of them. I have Squad Goals, which was the first one I bought, and this is actually my favorite. Then I have Cool Intentions, which is this one. It's more like, kind of like a nude. And then I have Moody, and this one's like a little bit darker. So these are definitely my favorite. I keep Cool Intentions and Squad Goals in my purse just because I use these more. They're more neutral. And then the Moody one is just a little, I feel like it's a little purpley, and I'm not into purple on my lips, so I don't wear this one as often, but I do love it. And then these lipsticks from Flower Beauty. These I recently tried. I never tried anything from Flower Beauty until recently, and these were the first ones. This is the first product I tried, and this was the I don't know, I think they're called the Petal Pout lipsticks, and the packaging is really cute. It's just white and gold. And then this is the color. I have Autumn Rose, and I also have Spice Petal, and these are, oh, this one, Autumn Rose, is matte and Spice Petal is cream. But I really love these lipsticks just because they're so creamy. I'm actually wearing Autumn Rose today, like right now, and I'm obsessed. And then Spice Petal, this one is a little more nude, and this is like, it just goes with everything. So those I'm obsessed with. And then for lip glosses, this, I was never really into lip glosses. Well, I was when I was younger, but like recently in the last couple years, I was not into lip glosses. They're just, I don't like how sticky they are, and I'm not really into like shiny lips. I'm more into just like matte or satin lip colors, or even like the Petal Pout ones. They're just really smooth and kind of just look like your lips, but maybe like tinted with color. But I actually got this because one of my favorite YouTubers, she's also like a newer YouTuber, her name's Anna, which I love her. She actually recommended this product. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Lip Gloss, and this is from one of their, I think it's called Flights of Fancy collection. It's the one with like the birds and stuff. So I got the shade Featherless. And then this one, I bought this one because she said it's like not sticky and it's just really nice and like a really different formula. So that's why I bought this one, and I was actually like pleasantly surprised when I bought it and I put it on because it's really not that sticky. And then this is actually like one of the only lip glosses that I actually wear and really like. And then another one that I've been obsessed over, actually it's not just the colors, but it's the formula, and it's the satin formula by ColourPop, the Ultra Satin. And I have, this is just one of them. I have a couple of them. I actually bought one of the sets. here is 3 out of like the 5 colors that came in the set. And I know this one is called Lion King. This one is Echo Park. And then this one is Dopey. And they're all like pinky and nude shades. And these are like the little small sizes. But the formula is just, it's so perfect for the lips. It's so comfortable and so pigmented. And I just love these. And another one in this formula is the Laura Lee times No Kill LA ColourPop collaboration, and all the writing is just faded off and scratched off, but I really love this color. This one is called Bam. It's like a nice dark red, and this color, I really like this color on my skin tone. It looks really, really pretty, but I haven't been wearing it lately because it's more for the fall, even though I don't really care about, you know, matching your makeup with seasons, but it's kind of dark. And then this one, I actually wore this one for the 4th of July, and this is by Morphe. It's one of their liquid lipsticks. It's a matte shade and it's called Hot Shot. And I bought this one, I can't remember, I want to say it's because Jaclyn Hill. I think it's because Jaclyn Hill, or it might be because of Anna. I'm not sure, I don't really remember, to be honest. But that's why I bought this shade, and it's like the perfect bright, like hot orange red shade. And oh, it just looks so stunning on the lip. And then I really, really, really love the smell. It smells like icing, which is like the main reason why I love this liquid lip. I don't like how when it's dry and like after you wear it for a couple hours, I feel like it kind of crumbles off, so that I don't like. But I do still love the formula, and I love the pigmentation, and the smell is definitely my favorite thing. So I think that's actually it for all my favorites. Actually, one more thing that I definitely want to mention. It's not makeup, but it is beauty related. And this is the Teami Repair Tea Infused Oil. And this oil, I put it on every morning and night, and it has cleared my skin a lot. You can't tell now, but like before I was breaking out really bad, and I started using this, and it cleared up my skin really fast. Not completely, but it was definitely a lot better than it was, and you can see I've actually used a lot of it. And then one more category that I actually forgot to mention is setting sprays and just setting mist. And this is definitely my top favorite, and this is the Too Faced Festival Refresh, and it has like little balls in it, so when you shake it, it makes the powder mix with the liquid, and it has this really pretty like pearlized effect. I don't know if you could see it on camera, but this one, I love this one because it smells amazing. It literally smells like Skittles, and when I spray it on, like I'll spray a lot on, and it just makes my makeup just melt into my face, and it doesn't look powdery anymore, and it just looks a lot more natural. Plus it has like really tiny like sparkles in it, and when I spray it, because even though I'm spraying my face, the sparkles kind of just get everywhere on my chest and my arms, and it looks so beautiful and just glistens in the sun. And then this is my other favorite setting spray, and this is the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. And I really like this one because it does make my makeup melt, not as much as the Too Faced Festival one, but it just feels so refreshing and cooling. So that's why I really like this one. And I think that is all for my beauty favorites. So I hope you guys like this video. You know, I'm just giving it a try. This is my first video. Hopefully it turned out well. Hopefully I was in focus. I'm sorry for the background and the shadows, but you know, this is my first video, so I'll get better if I keep doing it. So let me know if you like it. Give this video a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, if you want to see me in another video, then let me know, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Alright, bye. Thanks for watching.